What's going on, guys? Zuz here. Now, in my final battle a couple of months ago with Anarchisperian, I said that I was pretty much done with making video responses about Elliot Rogers, although I would still probably mention him from time to time on my channel because he's a very important topic to discuss. And I said I would only make a video response if someone was just so fucking damn stupid that it elicited a response. Well, I found that person. Let's do this.
Okay, so here's the thing. If someone comes to you talking about an instance of misogyny, and if at any stage your response involves the words, "not all men," just shut up. I wanted to start off with that. Now, I'm going to come back to that point later. Just going to say this video is going to be quite different to my last few. It's fairly serious, but it's about an issue that's quite relevant at the moment, and I have a lot of thoughts about it as well. So, fuck it. My channel, here we go. So last week, a kid called Elliot Rogers killed 7 people, including himself, in a crazed shooting spree in Santa Barbara in America. Before he did it, he spent weeks and weeks writing online and posting even here on YouTube about how pretty much all his rage stemmed from the fact that women never wanted to have sex with him.
Yeah, I say this in all the video responses about Elliot Rogers. Why does everybody always want to focus on him not having sex? I mean, let's be honest, if he really just wanted to have sex, he would have just been a fucking rapist. And honestly, I'd rather he had just been a rapist than a serial killer. I mean serious, like at least if he was just a rapist, people would still be alive. I mean, but then again, most people think that rape is worse than death, and so, I don't know, was what I said misogynistic, that I would rather someone get raped than killed? Probably.
We're always rejecting him. I don't think I need to go into any more detail because the rest of it is all over news websites and you can find it if you want. But one of the main problems at the root of all this is something that the media is kind of sweeping to the side and ignoring, and that is misogyny.
Elliot Rogers hated everybody. He was a misanthrope. He hated everyone.
And in particular, the nice guy mentality. This kid said repeatedly that he didn't understand why girls weren't attracted to him. In his own words, "I'm the perfect guy and yet you throw yourselves at all these obnoxious men instead of me, the supreme gentleman." This is a line of thinking that you'll know if you're in any way familiar with the internet is shared by a large amount of men of all ages. Like, a lot of people think this way.
You want to know why a lot of men think that way? The answer is actually pretty simple and very interesting. The reason why a lot of men think like that is because of women. Really? Yes. Really. Feminism teaches men that they have to be really nice to women and don't objectify them and treat them as their equals and whatnot. Then you have the single moms who tell them that women should be respected and men should not put their hands on women and should be really nice. And then you have those men who become really good friends with women that they got friend zoned by, and you have women giving them shit terrible advice that women like guys who write them poems and are really nice to them and is sweet and listens to them and all of that goodness, when in all actuality what they really want, or they don't know what the fuck they want, they just know consciously what sounds good, but what they're actually attracted to are the assholes. So the nice guy, he listens to everything that the culture tells him. They tell him that you have to treat women nicely to get them to like you back. And when they do it and they don't get them to like them back, it causes a great deal of fucking confusion. And it should, because it's really fucking confusing.
And it's wrong. It's unhealthy. It's creepy.
So whose fault is that? Women. It's women telling men that they have to be nice in order to get their affection back, when in all actuality, that's not what they have to do. So, it's women's fault. Sorry. And I mean that as a whole, you know. Sorry.
And here's why. It's putting women on a pedestal and viewing them as trophies. As if life was some kind of video game and if you got enough nice points, you got a woman as a reward.
Why do the feminists always have to demonize nice guys? I mean, what do you want? You know, do you want men to be... What the fuck do you want? You don't want nice guys to be nice guys, but you don't want assholes to be assholes. So, I mean, what kind of behavior do you want a happy medium between the two? I mean, shit. Like, why does all the nice guys have to be demonized all the fucking time? You treat women as objects or women are trophies. Really? She couldn't have been a really nice fucking girl that he wanted to have a relationship with? He just had to have been objectifying her? He just had to have been a fucking douchebag who wasn't really nice at all? He just had to fucking want her as a trophy? I mean, seriously, there are some nice men who like women and want to be with them and want to hang around them and want to fucking date them. And they're nice. They don't like being dicks. there are men like that. And they get hurt, and sometimes they become fucking MGTOWs. It happens, you fucking doofus. You can't. I hate this whole men are putting women, men are raising women to some sort of pedestal as if that is a fucking horrible thing. As if that is such an insult that someone is elevating you to a high status in their life. How does that even sound like a fucking insult? Does that even make any conceivable sense, that being risen to a fucking pedestal is a fucking insult? Wouldn't that be the complete opposite? So, with that being said, I mean, it's just, it's like you just can't genuinely be fucking nice. If you're a nice guy and you're genuinely nice, you don't actually like that girl. Oh no, you just want her as a fucking woman trophy. All that money and time you spent on her, that wasn't because you actually liked her. It's because you just wanted a trophy. So, yeah. Even when you're nice, you're still a fucking horrible, cisgender, white male, made a bastard. So, you just can't win. You just can't fucking win.
Instead of, considering them to be actual human beings.
Did it ever at some point in your mind occur to you that the whole reason they are nice is because they view them as actual fucking human beings? That's why you're nice to them. Because you acknowledge that they're conscious fucking beings. You're not nice to a fucking cell phone.
Mind-blowing there, right? Whoa, crazy. It's complete and utter male entitlement. They feel as if they deserve to have a woman.
Oh, wait, stop for a second. Just a second ago, you said that they treat this as if it's a video game and they have to earn a bunch of nice points to get the woman trophy. Let me get this one straight. You mean to tell me that people are putting effort to obtain something that they think that they should just get by virtue of them being? That doesn't mix. It doesn't mix at all. If you're entitled to something, that means you don't have to fucking work for it. If these nice guys are working towards something, then they clearly don't feel fucking entitled to it.
Is that the only reason for attempting to be a decent human being? Because you'll get a woman trophy?
Here's one question I've always wanted to pose to a feminist. If being nice to a woman is not a good enough reason to get them to sleep with you, what the fuck is? I mean, really, if being nice and getting them shit and being nice to them and listening and talking to them and being their fucking friend is not enough to get them to have sex with you to, I don't know, continue the fucking human race, what is? Is having money a good thing? That's incredibly shallow, though. And if that's the case, then that would mean that the women are objectifying men. Oh wait, I'm sorry, feminism doesn't care about men. So, yeah, but seriously, like if being nice to a woman is not good enough reason to get them to sleep with you, what the fuck is? Other than, I don't know, continuing the fucking human race?
It's incredibly self-pitying. It's blaming everyone else, and just the world in general, for their own problems. Everyone except themselves. Which is wrong.
And honestly, it makes a little bit of sense why they would do that. If they're genuinely nice people, as in they genuinely do nice things because they want to do nice things and people are treating them like shit, of course they're going to think that other people are doing something to them because they think that they're being nice. And there are lots of men who are genuinely fucking nice and I like being nice. And when I was being nice to some of the girls I tried to date, I wasn't doing it just so I can say I had a girlfriend. I was doing it because I genuinely fucking cared about them. You know what I'm saying? And when I got treated like shit, it fucking confused me. I was like, I don't understand. I'm not doing anything wrong, so why am I getting treated badly? It makes sense why they would think that. Excuse me.
Obviously. And look, I know from experience how this line of thinking works, this whole nice guy mentality, because when I was younger, in my teens, before I ever kissed a girl, I think the first time I kissed a girl was about 17. But before that, I was always kind of like, oh, poor me, I'm so nice, why don't girls like me, they always go for the other guys, etc, etc. No, shut up, young Sean. That's a stupid way of thinking. Of course,
I freaking hate white knights, man.
Then I grew older, I learned, and I realized how toxic an attitude that actually is. Reading up on anything involving feminism has been hugely beneficial in that regard. It's almost as if, if you educate yourself on the topic, it'll help. It's definitely an attitude that comes from low self-esteem, there's no doubt about that, but I think it needs to be taught in schools. People need to be shown from a young age why it's a shitty attitude and how they can go about changing it. Now,
change it to what? To what? In school, you get taught that being nice to someone is gonna get them to be nice to you back. Follow the golden rule. Do unto others as you have others do unto you. You get taught that as a young age by people in America. The golden rule. be nice to people. So, of course, you're a kid and you grow up with the mentality that you're supposed to be fucking nice, and you think that, okay, if I want a girl to like me, I have to be nice. There's no logical click in the mind, in the conscious mind, until you really start trying to understand female nature as to why being mean would get someone to like you back. And the reason why is because there is no other facet in life where being mean is going to get you fucking anywhere, okay? This will only work if you're a lawyer, if you're a banker, and if you're a politician. And those are all top tier jobs. But even to get to that level, you still have to at least put on a facade that you're nice. You have to at least attempt to be kind, at least attempt to build networks and be nice and courteous and talk to each other and exchange ideas. When you're a grunt, being a douchebag doesn't get you fucking anywhere. There's no other facet in life where being an asshole is really gonna get you into really deep interpersonal relationships unless it's with a young woman. So, yeah, the conscious mind, of course, sees this and they don't, and of course, no, consciously, it doesn't make any logical sense that being mean is what gets somebody to like you back. That statement, logically speaking, doesn't really make any fucking sense to a child or to some young man, or to some young woman, really. So, it kind of goes without saying why they would all feel that way. At least to me, and it's probably because I did a lot of thinking on this topic.
Back to the not all men point. And this is something that kind of irritates me because it's a phrase that a lot of men, and even some women, can't seem to wrap their heads around why it's so annoying in discussions involving feminism and misogyny. So, when you're met with someone who comes to you talking about an issue of misogyny or abuse, and you say at any stage in your response, well, not all men are like that. I mean, I'm not like that. Oh, you're being incredibly selfish, and you're making the entire issue about yourself.
Wait, but stop. Aren't they doing the same thing?
As opposed to being about them, the victim, who would happen to. Especially if it was like the first thing you thought of. Like the first thing you should think is, oh god, that's shit, that's really horrible, that shouldn't happen. Wow, okay, how can I help? You should sympathize, you should discuss this. You shouldn't go, oh, well, actually, no, listen, right, we're not all... No, that's just, oh, why would you say that?
Because you're trying to make them feel better, stupid. When you say not all men, it doesn't normally come out of a place of anger and greed and selfishness. These white knights aren't saying that shit, so they're like, look at me and my sword and shield, I am a white knight and I am not like that. Okay, granted, some probably are, but the majority of the men, normal fucking men, say not all men are like that because either one, they're being generalized, or two, they're trying to make the woman they're talking to feel better. I mean, what the fuck do you want them to do?
It's, you have the audacity to just kind of wipe away everything they've just said and made it all about you.
Yeah, but aren't they doing the same thing?
It's just, like, I don't get how that's so hard for some people to grasp. Because we all know, okay? Like, oh, if someone comes along and they're talking about this type of stuff, and they go, oh, I just hate men. Like, they aren't literally talking about every single male on the planet. Like, we know that. It's obvious.
Really? Really? Fucking really? We all know that. Let me raise you up one then. When Elliot Rogers says that he hates all women, how come we don't all know that he's talking about very specific women? Oh wait, what's that? He was generalizing all women when he said that? Oh wait, the statement or the example he just provided did the same exact thing?
You don't need to butt in and clarify it. You don't. You really don't. But enough men are misogynistic idiots and abusers and assholes that it's enough of a problem that needs to be addressed. Now,
yeah, exactly. And wouldn't the incentive then be to do two things? One, teach women some common sense, and two, teach them how to fight? The common sense so they don't get stuck in these stupid ass relationships that they keep getting cheated on and going back into, and self-defense so they can get out of any dangerous situation they may find themselves into. Oh wait, hold on, that's victim blaming. That is victim blaming. I'm sorry about that.
I'm doing my best to get my thoughts across on this fairly sensitive matter as coherently as I can, so apologies if I'm getting anything wrong or incorrect. I'm always learning, especially when it comes to topics like these. It's just that in the past few years I've kind of become more aware of this stuff happening around me, like in my near vicinity. Especially, oh no, it's hard. Especially whenever I talk to any of my female friends, and like they all have multiple stories of catcalling or groping or abuse or even worse, you know, and like multiple. Emphasis on multiple. And it's not even just some of my female friends, it's literally every one of them. Every single one. It's fucking horrible.
And would that not be the incentive needed to, I don't know, learn how to fight or some type of self-defense? No? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Hence why the yes all women hashtag on Twitter is something that you should definitely, if you haven't seen it already, you should definitely go check it out. It's fairly eye-opening. Not all men are misogynistic assholes, but yes, all women are victims of this misogyny.
Yeah, even the ones that aren't.
Because enough men are. There's a great analogy actually going around on Tumblr at the moment.
Please do not use the fucking Eminem scenario. Please don't use that.
That sums it up very well. It goes along the lines of, if someone offers you a bowl of Skittles,
Ah, fuck.
and they tell you 10% are poisoned, 20% are laxatives, but you know, the rest are fine. No, God, why would I have any of those Skittles? It's too risky. But not all Skittles are bad. Doesn't fucking matter, I'm still not touching the Skittles.
I'll give them points for being creative with those Skittle things, but my friend, did you just fucking justify sexism? Yeah, you did.
That's it. That's what it's like for women. As a guy who grew up fairly innocently thinking, yeah, I mean, the world's a bit shit, but it's fairly tolerable. Yeah, no, it's a crazy thing to come to terms with. Just realizing and accepting how much misogyny is everywhere.
Yeah, really. Everywhere. You know what? I'm done. I'm ending the video on that note, because I think the next video, I'm going to address a topic that has been on my mind for the last couple of days as I watched very sexy women strut by in very short shorts. And that question is, who's really misogynistic? So, I hope you guys stay tuned for that one, because I'm pretty much done. His video's over. If you want to finish and see the last, 10 seconds of this video, link in the description box below. But, yeah, stay tuned. With that being said, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below, and as always, have a good day. I'll see you cool cats soon.